Hello, dear students. Spreadsheets are widely used by all of us. We use it to organize, analyze, or store data in a tabular format. Many of us are not really aware how powerful tools these spreadsheets actually are. All of you would have used Microsoft Excel, isn't it? And we know that Excel with Excel you can do many things. Today we'll go through Google Sheet, which is yet another spreadsheet. It looks and functions like any other normal spreadsheet tool, but it is an online app and it offers you much more than a normal spreadsheet tools provide you with. Being a web app has its own advantage. The first being you can use it anywhere. You forget your phone at home. What happens? You can log into your account and just retrieve the file from any other system. You can work on multiple devices. Also, you know that Google Sheet is free and it is bundled with Google Drive. You have a Google account, you can use Google Sheets for free. Google Sheet actually it has almost all the functionalities that is accessible or that you can use in an Excel sheet. You can use Google Sheet either in your mobile or in your laptop. Using in a mobile app has its own limitations. There are many features that Google Sheet provide but cannot be accessed using your mobile app. Like you can create your own scripts or you can include add-on. All these facilities are provided by Google Sheet, but this is not provided in mobile app. In today's session, we will be seeing how to use Google Sheets in and mobile as a mobile app. With an active Google account, you can create Google Sheets. And any Google Sheet that you create, that will be automatically stored or integrated with your Google Drive. So you create a Google Sheet and you can find the same in your Google Drive. To use Google Sheet in your mobile, you have to install Google Sheet app. Here I have already installed my Google Sheet app. So I'll just open it. This is my Google Sheet that has been created by me and stored in the Google Drive. Okay, there are different sheets that has been used. To create a new sheet, I'm going to click on this plus button here. When you click on that, you can see there are two options available. One is to choose a template and another is to choose a new spreadsheet. Templates, as you know, is an outline structure which can be modified as per your requirements. There are various templates that are available and can be used and modified as per our need. I can just introduce to you a sample of the different templates that are available in Google Sheet. Here you can see, like you can create a to-do list, or you have an annual budget tracker, or you have a monthly budget, or you can create a calendar. All these are personal use templates. If you are a working person, you need something related to your invoice, you need to create a timesheet. All for to support all these also you have different templates. If you are a student or if you are a project manager, to support you also there are different types of templates available in Google Sheets, like a Gantt chart template or a project timeline template, or you have a project tracking template or an event management template. All these templates can be modified as per your requirement. For example, I can just open a Google Sheet for project tracking. Here you can see a basic outline template is given. Who's your project manager, there are fields to be filled, there are different work or task has been assigned here by default. You can use this, you can edit to your requirements, or you can create or update whatever is given here. Another thing that you can do, if you want to open an already existing template, whether it is a Google Sheet or an Excel sheet, just click on it, you will have your Excel sheet opened in it. Now for our convenience, we will be using a blank sheet. So I am going to use a new spreadsheet. And the most important thing about Google Sheet is it gets automatically saved. So you need not remember to save it every now and then. So this is my Google Sheet. Here I can rename my spreadsheet. I'm going to rename my spreadsheet as a sample sheet. Click on OK and the name is saved. Before beginning with, we'll just get introduced to some basic terminologies which you would be familiar if you have used Excel or if you have used any other spreadsheet. A single cell which is bordered by a blue screen right now is known as a cell. A set of cells is known as this vertical set of cell is known as a column, and this horizontal set of cells is known as a row. When I select rows and columns together, that is known as a range. Then you have lots of built-in functions that are available inside your spreadsheets, like you have functions like add, or you have sum or average. All these facilities are also provided. Then this particular sheet, this full sheet is known as a sheet or a worksheet. This is one individual worksheet. If you want, you can add more worksheets. For that, you can see this is one sheet. If you want to add new sheet, click here, you will have a new sheet. So inside your one spreadsheet or inside your one sheet, you can have any number of sheets, and combine all these sheets together will be known as your spreadsheet. Now we'll see what all you can do with your spreadsheet. Here, just click on this. You want to type any data, just double click on it. You can see a formula or a text bar. You can type whatever text you want and just click on this button. I am going to type name, and you can click on this blue button, green tick mark, to complete your typing. Normally in your laptop or tab, you will be pressing an enter or you will be pressing a tab. Here just need to type in it and click on this tick button. Now the next way in which you may be copying a data is you may be copying it from somewhere else. So we'll see how we'll copy some data and paste it here. Open a file, open whatever content you want to copy. Select the cells, click on any one of the cell, click copy, then move to the file or the sheet that you want it to be pasted, click on the cell and paste. Your content will get pasted. You have to remember that whenever you are going to paste a content, you have to single click on the file. Double clicking on that particular cell will cause the entire content to be pasted inside a single cell. Okay, so the next thing that we can do is how can we do formatting of this text or content that we have typed in. For that, you have different options. You can just see on the bottom of your screen there are different formatting options. The first one indicates the size, and all these are used to align your text: bold, italics, strike, or font color, or alignment inside the cell. If I give the alignment as center line, your content will come to the center. Then this is vertical alignment. You want the content on the top, bottom, or the center of your cell. The next indicates the next symbol indicates text wrapping. The next one is to include the color of your cell. Either you can give a basic color or you can give any particular color. The next option is cell border. The different cell border options are available here. The next thing is here you can use the cell border styling. You want a single line or you want a double line, you want a thick line or dotted lines. You can choose the style of your border. Also you can choose the color of your border. You want it in a custom color or any particular color, that also you can choose. The next two options indicates These two options indicate you want to include a row and a column, a cell. This one indicates include a new row beneath the current row, and the second option indicates include a column after your given row. Okay, so these are the very basic formatting. There are other formatting options which is available on the top. Here you can see a symbol. If you click on the symbol, you will get a little more options. These are the options that you have already seen, but in detail you can see further more options. The one that is not shown in your taskbar was two was not shown. One is conditional formatting and one was text rotation. Text rotation, you can rotate your text as up, down, or stack vertically, rotate up, or at a particular angle you can rotate the text in a given cell. The next one is a conditional formatting. Conditional formatting, you can give styling to your particular cell depending upon the content or whatever value is contained inside your cell. You can give formatting style. Here already some predefined styles are given. You can choose either of these, or you can create your custom formatting style. I'm just going to show you custom formatting style. You can choose the color. You can fill the cell with a particular color, and you can decide the text color of your text. So this is a basic formatting, conditional formatting that you can provide to your cell. Okay, the next thing that I'll like to show is how to include a comment inside your cell. So for that I am going to click on the plus button shown here. If you click on the plus button shown here, you can include a comment. Click on this plus button, you can see different options that are available here. I am going to choose a comment. So I can give a new comment. Either direct comment can be given to this particular text, or you can choose to give a comment to a particular person. Here I am going to give a comment. Hello, recheck value. Okay, if I click on this particular @ I can choose any of my particular. If I want to send it to a particular friend or a colleague, I can choose a name here. Okay, and send it. That comment will be visible to that particular person only. Okay, so this is how you will be including a comment. The next thing that we can do here is you need to freeze a particular row. Okay, freezing a particular row is required because there are many situations in which you may want to scroll down where there may be multiple comments inside your multiple sheets, or multiple cells will be there. For example, I can show you. In my sheet, you can see around 30 values are there. When I scroll down the sheet, you will observe that I am not able to identify which column represent to my mark in OS of physics, or what indicates my total. Or when I scroll to the right, I cannot identify what is the 76%. This percentage correspond to which person. So if I am able to keep these two cells, the first name, the header cells, and this particular A and B columns fixed, I will be able to I will be able to identify the cell identify to which cell this particular value correspond to. What does that indicate? So there are two options in which I can freeze a cell. One is click on the sheet, you can see a down arrow. Okay, click on that. You can see many options here. Last option will be freeze row and column. Here I can choose how many rows I want to freeze. When I change the number, just observe this place. You observe this place, you can see there is a line coming here. This much lines or this much cells row will be frozen. Okay, I am increasing 3 rows will be frozen. I am going to decrease it. Only my first row is going to be frozen. Here the next one is a column, freeze column. I am going to increase first column, roll number has been frozen. Second row, second column, name has also been frozen. Okay, now what can I do is, now I have frozen my first row at 2 columns. Now when I scroll, you can see that I can see the heading and also the name series marks. So who is having a percentage of 68, I can see that is roll number 222 with the name P. Okay, so this is how you are freezing a cell. I am going to unfreeze it again. Okay, now my cell is not frozen. That this was one method in which you can freeze a cell. There is another method of freezing. For that you have to select the particular row. If you select a particular row, you can see many options are visible here. Click on the extension, you can see that is freeze is visible here. Freeze, or you can hide a particular row, that option also will be visible. If you just click on a particular row and hold it for 2 seconds, it will be highlighted. I can freeze it or hide it. Okay, now again this cell is frozen. Okay, now if I want to freeze a row, I am going to select this particular column, just hold it on for 2 seconds. I can see sort and freeze here. So I am going to freeze this particular column. These are the two methods in which I can freeze a row or a column in a Google Sheet. Next we will see how I can group certain rows or columns together. Okay, so I am going to click on the particular row, column. I am going to, when I click and hold it for 2 minutes, it's getting highlighted. Here you can see the different options that are visible here. You can autofill, you can clear, you can sort the values, or another option is group. Okay, when you click on group, that will be grouped to another cell. So if I just click on this button, you can see that the two rows are combined together. Okay, so the next thing I am going to do is I am going to group it again. Ungroup, I am going to ungroup. I am going to select these two cells, and then again I am going to group it. So these two cells are grouped. 3 cells I am going to group. I have grouped the 3 cells. So these 3 are combined together. So this is how you can group your cell. Now the next thing we have to do is I want to sort this content. Okay, for that I am going to click on, I have selected the row A to Z. You can see the values has been sorted. What did I do? I have just selected the section. I am going to choose which heading I want. I have selected all the values. Okay, and I have chosen my percentage. Okay, I am just choosing the percentage and going to give sort. So what happens? My mark has been sorted according to the increasing order. If I am going to select this and sort it based on decreasing order, that will be sorted. Whenever you are going to sort, you have your whole cell will be, or your whole sheet as a whole is being sorted. The next that we'll be seeing is how to include formulas in a Google Sheet. As you know, formulas are very powerful that help you utilize or to efficiently use your Google Sheets. Okay, so to include and insert a formula or for computation, you will be using formulas. Different formulas are provided in Google Sheet. To check what all formulas are there, just click on this FX button. You can see what are the different groups of operations or the functions that are defined in Google Sheet. If I give for an operator, you have minus, multiply, or unary, plus, add, concatenate. All options are available here. Or you look into the logical set of operations, you have bitwise shift, bitwise XOR all operations are available, or you have filters available, different types of filters are available, or you have engineering related formulas like binary to octal convert, or complex number, or decimal to binary convert. All these functions are predefined. Okay, to insert a formula like a normal Excel sheet, you'll be giving an equal to sign followed by, if I want to find the sum, I type SU, you can see the sum has come. Now I have to select the range. How can I select the range? I can select the range as selected value. This is what is my range, that is C2 to G2. Okay, so my function I can give it here as C2 to H2. Okay, that is the sum. And if I want to copy the same thing, I can just click on the column header, and I have an autofill option here that will automatically fill all the values. Okay, so if I want to copy this, or if I want to copy the same formula to the remaining cells, I'm just going to select the cells. Okay, click on the cell, you can see an autofill option, all the values will be stored here. Okay, as we'll see, the value will be automatically stored to your cells. Okay, so that is autofill option. Similarly, if I have an autofill option, the next thing that we will be seeing is how to include a we have seen how to include a comment. If you want to include a note to this, just click on the cell, you have a note option. Here you can give a note. So the speciality of the note is this note is not normally visible in the cell. It will be visible only when you click on that particular cell. You can see the message. When you are using the same sheet, if you are using in your desktop or in your laptop, you can see that when your mouse hover over the cell, that notification or message will be visible. Okay, so the next thing that we'll be discussing here is how to include data validation. To include data validation, you can see there is a button here, 3 dots are visible here. Click on this, you can see different options available here. Okay, first one is find and replace. You'll be very much familiar with find and replace if you have used Word. You can select any value, and any number of times the value is there, you can replace that value. The next option is data validation. Data validation, the significance of data validation is that you can include certain validation functions. That is, you can limit what type of value or what value is entered to a particular cell. Okay, for that I have selected the sheet A1 and the cell is K2. I can for that particular cell I want to include a list of items, that is I want a drop down list to be visible. For that, what I have done is I have selected the cell range. On the criteria button, I am going to select list of items, and here you can see a plus and an add button. Click on that, you can type what content you want here, what message you want there. So I am typing English. Okay, that is one item has come. Now I am typing Malayalam. Okay, Malayalam. Then I want done. Then I want another thing, that is I want Hindi to come there as an option. Then I want one more language, that is Sanskrit. Okay, these are the 5 languages I want. I have completed this. I have given the list of items. Now next thing you have to do is, here there is an option, you can see here, show drop down list, drop down menu in cell. You have to open it and keep. You have to, it will be like this, you have to select it. Then you can give a validation text, what text you want to validate. If you are not giving a correct value, what text or what message you want. I can open that, I can select it, activate it, and on it I can give the validation text whatever I want. Then you have two options. When someone enters invalid data inside that particular cell, you can either show a warning or you can reject that input. Either of the two is possible. Select whichever is convenient for you and save. Okay, now I have come back to my sheet. You can see there is a drop down list here. Inside that, what all text you have, what all items you are given, only that value can be inserted. This is one type of validation where you provide a drop down list to a cell. The next type of value that is possible is I'm going to include a range of values. Okay, for that I'm going to again take data validation. Inside data validation, I have selected the cell, and for the criteria I'm going to give a range. Range I can give which what is the range of values that is permitted. This range will be normally a set of range of cells that you provide. I'm going to give A2 to A20. These are the values that I am permitting. Okay, I'm going to click on save and come back to my sheet. Again you can see a range of values that is permitted. Earlier you could see limited number of items that you gave. Here you are going to give a range of values from your given cell. The next thing that you can do is another type is you can include a checkbox. For that again I'm going to take data validation. I have selected which cell I want. Inside the criteria I can give a tick box. Click save. You can see a tick box, a checkbox that is available. And when the checkbox is unchecked, you can see the value as false, and when it is checked, you can see the value as true. Okay, so this is the next option. The next thing that I'll be showing is how to include a proper validation. That is, if you want the value not to be, if I want a cell value that should be greater than 20. Okay, so in the criteria I've selected the cell. In the criteria I'm going to say greater than, I'm going to select greater than, I'm going to give a value 50. Okay, I am given a value 50. Done. So here if I enter a value 49, what will happen? I should get an error message, and the value should be greater than. See, here you can see a red button, red corner, there is a red highlighting is there, which will show you an error message. Okay, the cell contains violates its validation rule. So similarly you can validate whether the given value is a date, or a date that lies between a given time, or you can have what is that whether that particular cell contains a particular text, or it is exactly a given text, or you need a email validation. You can check whether it is a valid URL, or whether it is a date or a range of date, or it is lying between a particular date. You have lots of options available here which you can utilize. Even you can give a custom formula also. You can give the value should lie between so and so value. Okay, so these are the different options that you can use in data validation. Using data validation, what you are going to do is you can limit the value that can be assigned to that particular cell or a set of cell. Here I have used every single cells. It is not necessary that you can use a single cell. You can select a range also. Okay, so the next option that I will be trying to show is a named ranges. Named ranges, you can combine a group of values. For example, if I combine this 5 values and I name and keep it as a group, for that I have to use a laptop or a desktop. Only there you can add or edit a named range. If already you have a named range, that can be accessed here using named range. Here there is no named range available in this for particular document. Okay, so that name range can be used for validations also. The next thing that I'll be showing is how to create a filter. Filter means you can, if I have a set of values here, isn't it, and I have a percentage values, I have computed the total, I have shown the percentage. If I say that I want only the percentage which are greater than 75, or I want the values between a particular range, I can use filters. So to create a filter, what I have to do is I have to create a filter, I'll be sorry, to create a filter I have to click on the three buttons there. There I can see where is my data validation. Okay, I already have a sorry, my mistake. I have opened the sheet. I can okay, I've selected a sheet. I'm going to create a filter. Okay, I've created a filter for a roll number. Okay, so I want to see, I'm going to click on roll number, double click on roll number. You can see that you have an option. You can you can just click on that. You can see a filter, a tab coming here. You can now crunch, you can now design a filter. Okay, I'm going to give filter by condition. Click on filter. What I want, the value should be greater than or equal to maybe 80. Okay, I when I complete it, I can click on this check button and my filter will be created. Okay, so I'll just show it once again. I'm going to choose the percentage. I have this percentage value. I'm going to create a filter by condition that the value should be greater than or equal to 80. Okay, so once the filter is applied, you can see only values that are greater than 80 will be visible here. So I'm going to just edit my filter. I don't have anyone who's getting greater than 80, so I'll say I'll have values which are greater than 75. I'm going to set the filter. You can see values greater than 75, percentage is greater than 75 is only shown. When you are using a laptop or a desktop, you can create filters and store that filters as a named unit. Here you cannot store the filter. Once you create a filter, you have to remove the filter to do the next set of activities. Okay, the next thing that we can use here is how to share your document. We know that while using Google Sheets, being an online app, the greatest advantage is that you can share it. Multiple people can access, edit or comment on your document. So how can you share your document? To share the document, there are two options. Either you can click on this share button. This is the share button that is available for us. Click on that. You can type the name of the people who are going to share. You can store the address. If I want to share it with a particular mail ID, I can give the mail ID, that what message I want to give, and I can select what editing powers or what sharing capacity I'm going to provide the person. It can either be a viewer, commenter or an editor. If it is assigned as an editor, that person can edit your document. If it is a commenter, he can just comment on your content, and if it's a viewer, he can just view the document. No corrections can be possible. Another method of sharing is click on this button. You can see share and export option. Here the first option is share. You can share using share the file. The next thing is share using a link. You can get the link. You can get a link for sharing your data. You have a copy link. You can share it using your WhatsApp or mail. Okay, the next thing is you can send a copy. Different formats are possible. Either you can store it as an Excel or a PDF or an open document format. Any format you can you can send your data. The next thing is you can save also. You can save it in different formats. This is possible in your desktop also. And the last option that I would like to show is the add-ons. There is an option called add-ons. You can get add-ons for your web application like document design or copper uh, CRM for your G Suite. All these add-ons can be installed. There are very limited add-ons that are permissible with your mobile app, with your desktop or laptop using Google Sheets. There are lots of add-ons available which you can use to enhance the capacity or the power of your Google Sheets. Okay, and another option that is available in Google Sheets and mobile app is available offline. If even if I don't have an internet access, I can use this file, I can access this file or work on it. Okay, so I can make it as I can decide whether I want it to be available offline or it has to be available online only. So these are the different features or different things that you can do using your Google Sheets and mobile app. This is a very limited version. There are the power or the full capacity of Google Sheets cannot be utilized using your mobile app. The best possibility is either a desktop or a laptop. There are lots of features available. For the time sake, with the limited facilities or limited access, there are lots of things that you can do. All these are the powerful tools or powerful capacities of Google Sheet. Do try it out. Thank you and have a great day.